Greetings everyone. This is a video about male-female energy, and it is no coincidence that Adam and Eve, the female, that coincides with evening, nighttime. It is no coincidence that the sun in the sky is also, there's another word called sun, which means boy, man, masculine. It is no coincidence that daytime is masculine, that nighttime is feminine. It is no coincidence that, okay, this is it. This is the point. That daytime, you are more masculine, all of you, men and women. But men are able to tap into that easier during the day. You just discover this for yourself. The female taps more into her power during evening, nighttime. And so where this is stimulated from is, well, actually this has come up twice in like the last week with clients of mine, and one of them was going through some emotional turmoil about a female, a woman that was in his life, or was in his life. So I hope he doesn't mind. I don't know if you watch my YouTube, but one of the things to do, one, you got to take action. You can't let it's going to be an emotion, right? You're going to have an emotion, and so you move past that, and you know it's going to pass. Every emotion you've ever had has passed, and that's for sure. And then you keep taking steps. You never stop taking steps. Now, maybe you're a little more cautious with your step because you might stumble, you might be careless, you might be too caught up in your head, and then you misstep. And so that's great, but you keep taking steps. And that's where the feel good will happen. Another thing you do is you talk to other women. You got to. I used to do the mentality for years and years and years. I remember how rigid I was in this, and I would tell everyone, this is my belief. I need to fully get over that last one before I go into the next one, so don't carry any residue. First of all, it's impossible. You're never going to fully get over it. There's always going to be residue because of ontology. The system remembers everything that's ever happened to it forever. And so there's always a residue of what happened. Fuck it. Move on. You're going to have residue. There. I just answered the riddle for you. You're going to have residue. So you got to keep taking actions. You got to talk to new women, or if you're a woman, new guys. You need to remind yourself, your unconscious mind, it's more than just cognitive. You could tell yourself, you can hear me tell you this, but it doesn't make a difference until you talk to a new person. You gotta viscerally know that there are other options. You gotta know that there's other potential partners. And that immediately frees up the mind, because the sadness or the remorse is a contraction, and it's a illusion of lack of choice. It's an illusion is all it is. Really, you're just cutting off your own choices by isolating yourself. So you go and you talk, and the first 5 or 10 people you talk to don't count, because you're just warming up. You're in your remorseful state, and the first people you talk to, it's going to come across weird, and so you get over that. The first 5 or 10, you go grab a tall coffee so you artificially feel good, and then you talk to a bunch of people, and the first few numbers that you get, or you exchange, or the first plans you make with the new person that you just met, all of a sudden you'll feel better, and you'll start looking forward to that and stop looking back on that other thing. But back to sun moon, as a man, and even as a woman, because you want to tap into that independence, but as a woman, what I would say is go out at night. You go out at night, that's when you're powerful. You're looking for a man that complements your femininity at nighttime. If he can complement your feminine, meaning his masculine fits your feminine at night, then you can rest assured that during the day that he will have that level of power and confidence and certainty that you admire, that you want to admire, that you want to have a man that you can admire his masculinity. And so you go out at night to find the high value guy, because during the day it's pretty easy for a guy to be very masculine. And if you're a guy, you wake up early. You wake up early and you go to bed early. You avoid evening until you find your rhythm. And so wake up early, do a little bit of yoga, move, breathe, grab a tall cup of coffee, go and talk to a bunch of new women, and this too shall pass. Yeah? It's just, and you're gonna have residue. It's gonna happen. I have the residue of every relationship I've ever had. You never get over it, and that's fine. That's kind of the point. I don't want to get over my relationships, then I forget, and then you're bound to repeat those mistakes again. So I hope you found this helpful. Sacred Psoas is out now. It's absolutely incredible, and this video, I don't know if I'm posting it today, so I might post it today. I'll go ahead and post it today. So yeah, Sacred Psoas is out. First 24 hours is half off, and podcast on Thursday, 4:30 California time. And pranayama event this weekend it's live streamed on Facebook. So you go to Yogi Chris PhD and you click like on that page, you'll see the event. It's at 1 to 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time this Saturday. It's basically a crash course, fundamentals of pranayama. I've given you a lot of techniques on pranayama here on the Ninth Limb YouTube channel, and they're a bit, there's a playlist, so you can run down that playlist. I do it as it comes to me, and so the playlist, it's not necessarily organized in a progressive manner where like you start at the basics and then it moves you into more and more advanced. I obviously have Ashtanga Primary Series Pranayama on my website, but that's pretty advanced. And so this is a good intermediary, an hour to an hour and a half, because there's Q&A, of working with me in the group setting that will really take your breathing, your meditation, and your inner awareness to the next level. And it's very affordable. So you go in, you check that out. I'll put the link below, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.